What's up? Welcome into your Buckeye Rush Hour for a Monday, September 25th, 2023. You know who it is. It's Joe from the Buckeye Cast bringing it to you. Appreciate everybody joining us today on this fine Monday. You guys still recovering from the weekend. One of the most glorious football games you might ever see. Insane. Oh, man. I'm gonna be reliving that one for quite a while. And we're gonna enjoy it here on this show, I'll tell you that. I need some water to get started. So, all right, we're talking silver bullets, obviously, the Buckeyes. I want to talk, I got a ton of, not a ton, but I've got some stats to get into here that I need to pull up because I did not prepare myself properly. But anyways, we'll get to that. Want to talk about the game and the silver bullet influence. But first of all, I want to go back and talk about this toughness issue that everybody seems kind of hung up on, especially Ryan Day. The Buckeyes are tough. We're tough, always have been tough, like Ryan Day said, except for that second half a couple of years ago up in Ann Arbor. They were not tough in that second half. Since then, you can't say this team is not tough. It's just not true. And you're just listening to narratives by Michigan fans or Josh Gaddis or somebody like that, that just put it out there and people, stuck to it, globbed onto it. But anyways, toughness in this game against Notre Dame. They forced a punt by Notre Dame with under 5 minutes left. That's the defense. Toughness on offense. Kyle McCord completes a 23-yard pass to Emeka on 3rd and 10. He completed a 7-yard pass to Julian Fleming on 4th and 7. And then he completed a 21-yard pass to Emeka on 3rd and 19 on that final drive. Key conversions, all right? That's toughness. That's the O-line giving their quarterback time. That's wide receivers getting open, making the catch, not dropping it. And then the Buckeye O-line and Chip Trainum punch it in for the go-ahead game winner walk-off style on 3rd and goal. That was a tough win. Gritty, hard fought at every level, few mistakes, no turnovers. That was a tough team that just beat a tough team. Okay. And I don't want to hear this crap about people saying that Notre Dame is just a lighter version of Michigan. No, it's not like that. This Notre Dame team is legit. They're going to be there when the end of the season rolls around and it's playoff time. I'm not saying they're going to be in the playoffs, but I wouldn't be surprised if they're the next team out, like top 5, top 6, team 5 or 6, whatever. So we'll see how the rest of their season goes, but that's a good fucking team. Don't be surprised when they beat USC and Clemson. Don't be surprised. So anyways, for the Silver Bullets, we needed to see this tough silver bullet defense against a top tier offense. And hey, everybody told us that Sam Hartman was like the next coming of Jesus Christ in a quarterback form, right? He had a beard and everything. It's really great. Didn't work out so well. Everybody told us that Estime was going to be a workhorse and plow right through that Buckeye defense. The O-line is just going to churn right through us, like a hot knife through butter. But this Buckeye defense, these silver bullets, I'm hyping them up because they won this ball game, holding this Notre Dame offense to 14 points. They limited Hartman in the passing attack. They were stout against the really physical run game. And then they, like I said, they turned in their key stops when they needed them. Like I said, everybody said Hartman was going to carve up Ohio State. He went 17 of 25 for just 175 and a touchdown. Buckeyes shut down Notre Dame's receivers. Corners locked down the outside receivers. And then their leading receiver was Jaden Greathouse in the receiver group, 2 catches, 40 yards. So Hartman goes to the tight end, Mitchell Evans. He had 7 catches for 75 over the middle mostly. And those were some of those linebacker conflict issues. Steele and Tommy did not have a good game at all, especially they were like 7 of 7 targets and completions between the two of them, and many of them to Mitchell Evans right down the pipe. But Buckeye defenders did get their hands on some throws, batted down some balls. I think they had 5 on the game. And then they stopped the Irish on both of their 4th down attempts. 0 for 2 on 4th down. That's huge, right? The defense bounced back in the second half late when they allowed what looked like back-breaking, back-to-back touchdown drives. Notre Dame marched 75 yards on 13 plays, ate up over half of the third quarters, 7:39 of game clock. They cut Ohio State's lead 10-7 with 3:35 left in the third. And then they followed that drive up with a 96-yard, 11-play drive, using up 6 minutes and 38 seconds of game clock. And they took the 14-10 lead with 8 minutes, 22 seconds left in regulation. So then with 4:12 left, we had a drive where we ran that terrible off end around play. They got the look they wanted, the Buckeyes did on offense. So with 4:12 left in regulation, Buckeyes are down 14-10. They give up a 12-yard pass for a first down. Then they give up an 11-yard run for a first down. You're like, Jesus, this is it. We're cooked, right? D-line's getting no pressure. Nobody's making a play. Then JT rears his lovely furry Polynesian head and curly haired, brought down Hartman for a 5-yard sack on 1st and 10, then broke up a little screen pass out to the right on 2nd and 15, making it 3rd and 15. Then Marcus Freeman's like, we got to chew some clock somehow, which he should have been doing in the first place. Probably should not have even gotten to that point, throwing the ball. But anyways, they finally run the ball on 3rd and 15. Proctor comes up, stops Jabran Payne for 3 yards and the punt. So it's a clutch stop when the Buckeyes absolutely had to have it. They got the stop, and that set up the dramatic come from behind win, the final drive, right? With what we got the ball back with like 126, 125, something like that. The offense took it down, punched it in. So on the Silver Bullet defense, through 4 games, the Buckeyes are number 2 in scoring defense in the country, 8.5 points per game. They're number 6 in total defense, 255.5 yards per game, and number 5 in pass defense, 149 yards per game. Again, playing this team, this type of offense is a huge feather in the cap by holding them down. The total yardage going back to 175 through the air and 176 on the ground. So they allowed 351 total. Elementary school math coming through again for me on the fly as usual. And the Buckeyes outrushed them on average yards per rush. The time of possession is a little concerning, but this is what teams are going to do against the Buckeyes. They had it for 35 minutes. We had it for 25. But we held them on 3rd down for the most part. They got 5 of 10, and the 4th down conversions, 0 for 2. Those were key. Marcus Freeman said before the game, he's going to coach to win, not to not lose, like he did last year. And he showed it. He went for it on 4th down in the red zone there, and the Buckeyes got the stops when they needed them. It's huge. So passing yards per game, did I don't think I mentioned that. Pass. Oh yeah, I did. 149. Okay. Rushing yards per game. Buckeyes are 37th, allowing 109. And yeah, those are the big stats where we're looking good. Yards per play, 6th in the country, 4.1. We're right behind Penn State there. So that's a key stat. I like being 6th in the country for yards per play. What else did we cover? Scoring defense, total defense, yards per game. Yep. We got that covered. Scoring. Yeah. Oh, yeah. 3rd down conversions, 4th down conversions. Let's look at that. 23rd in the country on 3rd down conversions per game, allowing 4.3 conversions. And then 4th downs, 98th in the country. Eesh, that's not good. Anyways, let's check on the chat, see what's happening. What's up, folks? Welcome back. Billy says, go Buckeyes, yo, Joe. Yeah. G.I. Joe, real American hero. Billy says, respect both teams for putting everything they had out on the field. Yeah. PC, what's up? Good to see you. Billy says, I guess JTT told Byrne that was the best line he ever went against. Yeah, him or Jack, one of those guys. Yeah. But I believe it. And those guys have gone against Michigan a few times. Billy says, PC said, those guys had me on pins and needles. Yeah. Billy said, could have got it wrong, but great Buckeyes win to get right. PC says, insane is right. Wow. PC says, Ohio against the world, baby. Billy can't play big boy college football without being tough. That's right. PC says you're right about that, Joe. That was a tough team who beat another tough team. ND is good this year, much better than last year. Yeah, those corners, man, for Notre Dame, I was impressed. I did not expect them to be to cover Marv and Fleming like white on rice, man. I did not expect that. But I was impressed. Marv, just a few catches on 7 targets. Again, obviously the ankle injury doesn't help, but still, and they took Fleming out of the game virtually. Odysseus asks, is this the pros show rather than the cons? Yeah, the cons was last night. Exactly. Yeah. Pros for now, cons later in the week. Yeah, good job. Odysseus says, great defensive effort aside from linebacker play. Agreed. 100%. Would have liked to see more Sonny Styles on their tight end. Yeah. Latham played a hell of a game, though. Ransom did. I would say him and Tyleek are probably your MVPs on defense. Yeah, and somebody's going to be open eventually. When you lock up all the receivers, there's going to be a tight end. You know, one of the tight ends has to be open, but good point. Billy says we're not quite back to the silver bullet standard. Okay. What is the silver bullet standard and how far away are we? Because being one of the best defenses through week 4 seems like a pretty good standard to live up to. Like I mentioned, number 2 in scoring, 8.5 points per game. Number 6 total defense, 255.5 yards per game allowed. Number 5 in pass defense, 149. Again, we were told all week that Hartman was going to light us up, really going to test that secondary. They went after Igbinosun, but for the most part, he stood his ground. He didn't get busted up too bad. I think this defense overall, depending on what category you want to look for or look at, is a top 5 defense, generally speaking, you know. Full-blooded Buckeye, what's up, man? Says, hope Ryan Day can keep that fire and motion all season long. Yeah, especially need it going into Big Ten play. You're going to have to bring that shit every week for the next 8 weeks. Odysseus says, I think ND wanted to go play action on a JT sack. Yeah. It was about time that he finally got home. I mean, Hartman was sitting back there on some of those drives, man, just patting the ball, and nobody's getting pressure. Yeah, it was a kill shot. Billy says, "Will Dave put a QB keeper in the playbook?" He has to at some point, right? I mean, he's bringing Kyle up to the line, getting him behind center. Why not run that keeper right there and get the bush push involved? Have a chip behind him, give him a little shove when you only need a yard. Seems like it's not difficult. Water. I need one of those Camelbacks with the hose by my face, or I could get one of those beer helmets with the straws that come down. That looks pretty sweet, right? Anyway, PC says sources say no. I don't know why, but no on the QB keeper in the playbook. PC's got sources. Billy says, but Penn State D got to play Iowa. Oh, that will balloon any D stats. True. PC says G.I. Joe was a Buckeye. That's right. Except for all that green he was wearing. Odysseus says, France, still atrocious. Yeah, are you surprised? Billy says, France, an embarrassment to the conference. Yeah. Full-blooded Buckeye. Morrison was pulling on Harrison Jr.'s shoulder pad jersey, though, a lot. Yeah, but those refs will let both teams do that a lot, too. I mean, Igbinosun could have gotten called for a lot more PIs and holds than he did. They were letting him play out there, and I'm fine with that. Same with the O-line. You could have called holding on both O-lines every play. Shit. Billy says, to be silver bullet, first get more sacks, then don't let up 8-minute drives in second half of close games. Odysseus says, yeah, their corners could have been called for holding on Marv every play. Yeah, exactly. Make sure I didn't miss anybody. Oh, Jeremiah. Sorry, I missed your message earlier. Says, hey there, Joe. The takedown of Oder Lame continues. What a tough, gritty win by our Buckeyes. You are 100% correct, Jeremiah. Yeah. That's what we needed. That is like a recipe, in my opinion. Maybe I'm going over the top with the coming together, but I feel like this type of game, and Ryan Day's comments after the game, finally standing up and saying, look, I'm sick of this shit. All you people, even though he pinpointed Lou Holtz was just a punching bag. He just happened to be caught in crossfire here. But Lou Holtz did open his fucking mouth, and so did about 50 other national loudmouths, all picking Notre Dame, all telling us how Hartman was going to slay us and how they were going to run right through us, and we better be ready. And even though the Buckeyes were a field goal favorite going into Notre Dame, I feel like this whole event, the way the game ended, the way Ryan Day was so emotional and pissed off at the world, that is bringing like Buckeye Nation together, in my opinion. I think, and the team, not just the team. I mean, it shows obviously that he's willing to fight for the team, but I feel like he's standing up for Buckeye Nation too, don't you? I mean, I feel like, he's been saying what we've all been saying, he just hasn't heard us. But I feel like we really, I feel like Buckeye Nation has kind of come together. You don't hear a lot of the Buckeye doomers after that ball game. You heard them about 4.5 minutes left in the game. You heard them for sure. But yeah, it's amazing. It's amazing how people will change their opinion suddenly after a big win. But Odysseus says Day laid the smackdown on old Lou post game. Yeah, I sure did. He'd been holding on. Billy says he's been holding on to that for a long time. Yeah, you could tell. You could tell. Full-blooded Buckeye. Michigan started that effing BS about being soft. Yeah, that was Josh Gaddis, their offensive coordinator 2 years ago. after a second half where the defense got pushed around. And since then, there's no evidence of a soft team whatsoever. So, yeah, Billy points out, I think we have us a QB. We sure do. He was pretty fired up himself. Odysseus says, I hope he harnesses that same energy versus Gaddis and Loxley next game and throughout the season. Yeah, I think Day's going to have something for old Gaddis. Jeremiah says, hey, Joe, Lou Holtz and all those who picked Oder Lame to beat the Buckeyes can go back to their insane asylums and suck on their lead pacifiers. That's right. Lou is probably just now coming around and being alerted to what Ryan Day said, 2 days later. But Billy asks if anybody is surprised if ND loses to Notre Dame, or if Notre Dame loses to Duke next week. I'd be surprised. They're a pretty good team. Yeah, they might not have anything in the tank. Do you think they'll have 11 men on defense on every play? Seems like that's important. That's unbelievable. None of that made sense. Why they didn't run a guy on for the final play, and then Marcus Freeman's excuse after the game. None of that made sense, man. You see Al Washington take his headset off after the last play and walk off the field behind the team. He looked like he was not happy. Not sure if that was his fault or Marcus's fault, maybe Marcus is trying to cover for Al. Not sure. Odysseus is asking about the Notre Dame game next week. That is at Duke. It's another 7:30 game. So back-to-back night games for the Irish. Yeah, I think it'll be a tough one for them. Getting back up for a night game is going to be difficult. Right now, they're favored by 5.5, over under 51. Obviously, Duke beating Clemson a couple weeks ago is huge for them. I don't know if they could take down two big dogs in 1 year. That's a bit much to ask, in my opinion. I could see it being a field goal game, a close one. Billy says that having 11 guys on the field is overrated. I agree. So does Marcus Freeman. Everybody knows his coaching philosophy is less is more, right? Jeremiah asks who the goofballs were on the show last night. In case you guys missed it, TBC Weekly was pretty lively. They were going off like dust blowing in the wind. That one was my brother, Jeff, and one was my friend, Sean. Yeah, I had to eventually just lay out and enter the chat and talk in the chat. Sean and Jeff just wanted to argue. And they keep changing the argument. It started off were we soft? No. Yes. No. D-line, O-line it was cluster. Really annoying to me. I'm gonna have to keep a tight rope on those two when they start going back and forth like that. What I hate, I have no problem arguing a point or debating a point with people online or in person or over, a live video. But if you keep changing the thing we're arguing about, then what are we doing? It's no longer a debate or an argument if you're going to keep moving the goalposts, right? I mean, that's what I hate about the way Sean argues. It's constantly a moving target. It's like, okay, hold on, let's finish the thing we were just talking about before we move on to that. And it rolls downhill. Hey, do me a favor, please hit the like button. Appreciate you. So this is a programming note for you guys going forward this week. I'll have your daily blitz every day of the week. I'm going to do 2 separate film breakdowns. One day will be offense. One day will be defense. I think I'll do that Wednesday, Thursday. No Ryan Day press conference this week at all. They may have some player interviews. I think it was like Wednesday night coming up this week, but regardless, for my stuff, the daily blitz tomorrow is defense focused on stats and grades. Then Wednesday will be offense film breakdown. Thursday will be defense film breakdown. Friday, I'm gonna have to dig up something for Friday. Saturday will be your college football picks for week 5. But we won't have rush hours on this Wednesday and Friday. I got to go up to Atlanta, visit friends, family, former family, now friends. So we're going to be driving all day Wednesday, and then Friday I'm going to be out and about in Atlanta. So Jesus saved me. That's an awesome name. Thank you for joining us, Jesus. It's always good to see you in the chat. Glad tidings to you. So yeah, no rush hour Wednesday or Friday. Just FYI. It's a bye week, so not a lot to talk about. Recruiting's relatively quiet. I know we lost Brandon Baker yesterday to Texas. That was kind of expected with all the crystal balls that came in last week, so not a huge surprise there. So maybe we'll hit on some recruiting. Maybe I'll do that for Friday's daily blitz, but we'll talk about some 2025 and some new 24 guys. So just wanted to keep you guys up to date. So again, no rush hour Wednesday or Friday, but you will have your daily blitz in your face holes every day. Yeah, I don't have a lot else here. Probably should have. Oh, sorry, PC's in here. PC is connecting. I'm putting in my phones. PC is joining. PC, are you there? Could be an audio issue on my end. Well, PC, I can't hear you, man. You're not muted. Don't know what the problem is. PC, I don't know what to do. PC, I cannot hear you. He's here. We just can't hear him. One second. Let me try something. Okay, I'm trying to rejoin PC here. I don't think it's picking up your audio because I don't have your little microphone icon. I don't think we have your audio. You might have to hang up and call back in. Or, oh, I have something. Hold on. Don't go anywhere. 1 second. I'm going to send you a link. Hopefully it helps. All right. Air PC. I'm sending you a link in the chat. Oh. I can't message you either. I don't know what's going on there. Okay, PC, if you can see the chat, click on that link in the Zoom. If you can see Zoom. If not, you might have to hang up and call back in, man. My audio's working fine. I can hear other stuff. I'll keep an eye out. I got to check on the chat here. Billy asks, are we getting Seton? That is to be determined. I can't venture a guess in any direction. He's taken a ton of visits over the rest of the season, so it's a long way from over there. Jesus says, Jeremiah Smith will be our next great receiver. Yes, he will. Oh, PC says, had to dip out for a little bit. I'll go back and watch what I missed. Odysseus says, does Nebby have a shot to upend Team Up North this week? No, I would say not. That would be my first instinct, is a hard no. 3:30 on Fox at Nebraska. Michigan's an 18-point favorite. Over-under is only 40. So they're not expecting much out of Nebraska's offense, which understandable. Okay, PC, I see your microphone has a red X through it. So when you're ready, unmute yourself. What other games we got coming up? USC Colorado. That's a hot ticket. Colorado's going to get spanked again. USC's favored by 21.5, over under of 73.5. Notice Colorado didn't contribute anything to that over under last week against Oregon. Did not go well for them. PC waiting in Zoom. I see you. You're in the meeting. You just need to unmute. Okay, I'll try and unmute you. Well, let me. It's not letting me unmute you. Damn technology. No, he bounced. Sorry, PC. I don't know what's going on there. Call back in if you want. Back to the chat here. Sims that bad, I guess. Sims? Who's Sims? Odysseus says, I could see Colorado winning. ASU gave USC D fits. Yeah. Who hasn't given USC's defense some fits? They see USC has this problem where they're like allergic to tackling. So that makes it difficult to play defense. Okay, I think we got PC back. Let's go to him. PC, are you there?
I'm here now.
Sorry, man. I don't know what's going on, you know.
It's because I was waiting, and then something came up. I had to dip out, and then I went back in. It wouldn't let me get in, unmute or anything like that. But
Yeah, Sean had that problem the other day too. I don't know what's going on with Zoom.
Yeah, I missed the live show last night. But wow, let me tell you what, man, I will shut my mouth and never talk about Ransom again. That kid he poured it on. You know, I was thinking
Mhm.
before going into it, I was thinking, yeah, the kid's kind of checked out a little bit the way like Hickman did last year, but no,
Yeah.
not Ransom. He's in it to win it, man. And that stand that him and Sonny pulled, holy crap!
Right. On the
I
fourth
came out of my
down.
chair.
Yeah, that was a great play. Sonny was all the way over on the other side of the defense too.
Yeah, it's like he sniffed it out or he saw it coming or
Yep.
something.
Yeah.
That was amazing. Um, you know, so many, you know, so many heroes of that game. You know, all in all, I'll say, I don't know, use whatever kind of analogy you want. Knife fight in a phone booth.
Mhm.
Hold my beer
Yeah.
game. You know, rock fight. I don't know. That was tough. That was probably the most intense, lowest scoring game that I remember ever.
Mhm.
So I'm honestly, I was shocked. I was blown away that they actually pulled it off because I've seen quite a few of those, you know, go the other way, not actually
Yeah.
work out, but
Yeah. It's one of those
amazing.
games
Just, you know,
where you're on your edge of your seat for like 3 hours, right?
yeah, I mean, the first half, you know, zero. Well, I guess what we scored going into halftime, or what was it?
Yeah, we had the
Three.
field goal and then they had a kneel down.
Yeah, so I mean, it was, you know, 3-0, nothing at halftime. You think, oh my God, what a snooze fest! But no, man,
Yeah.
these guys they're getting after each other like nobody's business. That's a that's a good Notre Dame team, man.
Oh yeah. I agree.
I and you know, uh, I think most of it was Hartman, but yeah, 5 running backs for those guys. They kept shuttling those guys in and out. Like, man, keep them fresh.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Oh yeah.
I think the guy Love is the one that had the best success against us, right? He,
Estime ran for 70. He had a 5 yard average. Love had 57 on 8 carries. He had a 7.1 average. And Jadarian Price, 3 for 22 with a 7.3 average.
well, I just kept hearing. Yeah, I was watching for Estimate, but every time I look up and they'd have a they'd have a real good run, it would always be Love, and I'm like, God damn it, man! Like,
Mhm.
I guess, you know, either way, yeah. I was talking to before the game last week. I was like, let's make them one dimensional, and I think we did for the most part, but
Yep.
uh, but you saw the PFF stats, right? Like that
Mhm.
guy, that Hartman, man, he's good against the blitz. You
Yeah.
blitz, and his percentage goes up. So
Right.
saw that a few times. It was like, God damn it, don't blitz this fucker.
Yeah. Exactly.
So
But they contained him. They held him down to 175 yards.
yeah, yeah, you know, impressive to me, and curious as to the reason why. But I mean, they did. What are they? They threw at Burke like once, maybe, but
Maybe. Yeah.
uh, but I don't remember. I don't remember off the top of my head. I just thought I
Oh
heard
no.
that. But
I've got no targets here for Burke. I've
yeah,
got
see,
the
there you go.
stats up. Yeah.
So that's impressive, man. I mean, I don't know if it's, you know, the receiver that he was covering just wasn't worth a damn, or he was just on him like white on rice. But
Mhm.
that was good to see. You know, they're going after IGB a little bit, but you
Yeah.
know, he's a physical guy. He's handsy. He drew a penalty, but and
Yeah.
it kind of sucked at the time. But you know, I thought he did a pretty good job.
Yeah.
Um,
He's a physical corner. He had 4 receptions on 6 targets, but only 23 yards. He did allow the touchdown. That was a
yeah,
short throw.
yeah, that was Rico Flores, the kid that we
Yeah.
were trying to go after a couple of years back.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
But no, man, Kyle. I mean, I don't know what to say about that guy. You know, I think this has to be his coming out party, really. You know, gun barrel toughness. You know, really
Yeah.
just stuck in there, and amazing. I got to go back and watch that last drive, but holy crap! I can't believe that him and the Mecca pulled that off. That was, to get them down there like that. I speechless.
And then to get everybody up to the line of scrimmage, set, and then snap it, spike it, with 7 seconds left. It's like, wow. I was really concerned that they would not be able to get everybody up there to the line with the clock spinning. Yeah. I know it's a first down, so the clock stops, but it starts as soon as they get the ball set.
Yeah. Yeah. So just amazing. I think Dave's right. It does show the toughness of the team. I want to see it. I want to see it in November. Those
Oh yeah.
team up north. Man, that's where it's all. That's the culmination of all of this. So, when push comes to shove up there, that's when I want to see the fire. We got to do it. We got to right the wrongs of the last couple years, and we have to restore order to the galaxy. You know what I mean?
That's right. Yep. Yeah,
So,
and I think games like this give you that experience as a player, young or old, doesn't matter what age you are as a college football player. But I think this type of experience in the same season, so like this is week 4, this gives you that confidence going forward, right? Against when we play Penn State, we might get in a shootout with somebody that we don't see coming. And then obviously against Michigan, another toughness in the trenches kind of warfare. So, yeah, I think this gives us some experience all the way around.
for sure. I mean, our guys really are going to be able to capitalize on this. I think because of the bye week, it's going to give them time to schematically kind of watch and examine what they did, analyze it, fix it, and then physically give these guys a break, because they're beat up. That was a physical, that was a fight, man.
Yep.
So give him some rest, get Marv, get his foot right,
Yeah.
But I think it's good, man. This was a good win in that it pointed out a lot of flaws, although some of that wasn't flaws. That just Notre Dame is a good team. But it brought about a lot of things that we can do better. But we didn't come out on the losing end of it. So that's good. So I think they're going to be able to capitalize on that here in the bye week, and then after that, Maryland. So I'm looking forward to it, man. It's going to be a good ride.
Yeah.
I really think our guys learned a lot coming out of this. So, you can go back and look at some of the play calls, and there's a few that come to mind that I'm not really high on, but you know what? Some of those numbers, the PFF numbers, I mean, that's just not. Problem is Notre Dame is a damn good team, so it's not your fault,
Yeah.
You can
Exactly.
only get so many yards of rush. I mean, well, guess what? I mean, their linebackers were good. Our problems with short yardage, on the defense. Well, guess what? Their tight ends were freaking killing it. So, I mean, there's a lot to be learned from this, and just glad we came out the winning end. But
Yeah.
tough break for Notre Dame and the whole 10 men on the field thing. Damn.
Yeah.
That sucks. That probably would have made the difference, though.
Yeah. I wonder what happened there, where the breakdown was, and then why they didn't send in that player for the final play, because they had the same personnel for the first the pass to Marvin out in the sideline that was incomplete, and they kept the same personnel in, only 10 guys. And
well, I heard on another show it was Al Washington's group.
Yeah.
So whoops. I mean,
Yeah.
yeah. I mean that one probably cost them a game.
Hmm.
But anyway, man, that's I gotta go back and watch it. That was something else. I'm gonna go back and watch the live show from last night too. But this is gonna be one for the ages, man.
Definitely, it is. Um, so yeah,
All right,
definitely
brother.
one all time wins for the Buckeyes.
Yeah. All right, partner. I'll talk to you later.
Sounds good.
Maybe Wednesday, maybe Friday. But
Oh yeah,
till
hey,
then,
I'm
yeah.
off. I'm taking Wednesday and Friday off from the rush hour since it's a bye week. I'm gonna be on the road Wednesday, going up to visit friends and family in Atlanta, and then Friday I'll be out and about, so I'm not going to be around. We're going to be there through Sunday. Yeah, we'll be back Sunday afternoon.
I'm sorry, sir. Your leave is denied. So that's wholly unacceptable, Joe.
Yeah,
I'm
you will
just
have your
kidding, man.
daily blitz.
You work too hard to not earn some time off. So you enjoy that, man. I'll catch you on the flip side.
Sounds good. PC.
All right. Later.
Take care, man. All right, let's go back to the chat, see what's happening here. Jesus Saved Me says Denzel Burke has improved so much. 100. Yes. This is a contract year for Denzel and a lot of other Buckeyes, and you're seeing them show out. Tyleek is another one. Full-blooded Buckeye says, now I'm looking forward to that Penn State game. Yeah. We're just less than 4 weeks away from that. We got the bye week. Then we got Maryland. Yeah, Maryland. And then Purdue. Then Penn State comes to town. In the chat, Odysseus says 2-back sets were causing issues. Yeah. He keeps that up. That pays dividends. And versus JJ, who seems mostly to throw well to one side of the field. Yeah, that's a good point about Denzel. Billy says we'll have to do a better job shutting down Michigan's run. We'll take our chances with JJ's arm. Yeah, exactly. We just got to cover those arm punts this year. Odysseus says, I'm not worried about our D tackles versus the run. It's the linebackers that had a rough game. They sure did. Tomorrow's Daily Blitz, I break down the defensive grades and stats. Linebackers did not fare well, just as a spoiler alert. Odysseus says kind of head scratching because they're normally solid. Yeah, that's what I didn't understand. I don't know what they were confused by, if it was formations or things that weren't shown on film before. I don't know. We'll have to see next time they talk to the players or the coaches. Yeah, Billy, we will need to see a lot of toughness October 21st. Full-blooded Buckeye says we winning up at Ann Arbor. Yes, that's right. Jesus says, I was surprised Trainum didn't transfer. He would be RB1 at many other schools. Yeah, he could have stayed at Arizona State and probably been RB1, you know. Jeremiah says on the Buckeyes' last drive, 1 4th down play, 3rd and 19, the winning TD with 3 seconds left. And when Chip cracked the end zone, the look on the faces of all of Notre Dame was priceless. Yeah, exactly. Lots of donor tears, says Odysseus. Odysseus says Al Washington. That's why. Remember how much a Circus 21 was? Yeah. I don't know if all of it was Al Washington's fault, but yeah, that 21 season was freaking brutal on defense. But yeah. Oh, we got a nice number of people in here. Only 10 likes, but I appreciate everybody that does hit me with a like. Make sure you're subscribed. In case you missed it, we hit 2,500 subscribers over the weekend, so it's a little feather in our cap. Proud of that. Next milestone is 3K, so share it with your friends and family, and hopefully we can get there by the Michigan game. That'd be nice. Just a couple months, 8 weeks. But all right, folks, I'm gonna head on out of here. I got a ton to do this week. Got to head up to Atlanta, so I'll be on the road all day Wednesday, and then screwing around with friends and family up there on Friday. So, but you'll have your daily blitz every day, so you can bank on that. And we'll be back for the Sunday shows, the Sunday night show. But appreciate everybody popping in. It was a good, lively conversation, and I feel that the silver bullets are back. So, regardless of what Billy says, I'll pull up some more stats, Billy, to prove my point. But appreciate everybody, and we will talk to you later. Go Bucks.